The New England Patriots just added a ton of fuel to the fire. Whew, I'm getting heated. Let's talk about it. My name is Aaron on the daily Patriots content. Don't miss out. All you got to do is subscribe, notification bell, boom. Hit the like button, for goodness sakes. 9-2, best record. Let me repeat that. Best record in the NFL, ladies and gentlemen. If you're not hyped, I don't know what the heck you are. Listen, got a deer this morning, opening rifle. Pretty pumped. That being said, today what we got to talk about, Patriots just incredibly disrespected. We're going to sit here right now and defend that positioning of why they are wrong. And you probably know who I'm talking about, but that's fine. We're going to go point by point, point by point. There we go. And break it down for everyone to see that this is foolishness to think like this, that the Patriots are quote unquote fool's gold. I'll move on from that as well. We'll be jumping into Milton Williams and talking about the injury there. So let's jump right into it. First and foremost, you guys know Cam Newton came out and said, quote, the Patriots' success is fool's gold after team improved to 9-2 on the season. Went on to say, listen, you know what a real team is the Indianapolis Colts. Sure. Congrats to the Indianapolis Colts. They have turned it around. They've done a lot. A lot of people assumed Danny Dimes was going to go into Indianapolis and it was just going to be a transitional piece, kind of like what we did with Jacoby Brissett. That's what we're going to bring him in and eventually we'll find a quarterback, because for them, they know Anthony Richardson isn't the guy, but then Daniel Jones comes in and resurrects his career, kind of like what Ryan Tannehill did when he went up to Tennessee from Miami, which we know that fell off after a while, but that's beside the point. What I'm trying to say is he incredibly disrespected the Patriots, said they are not playing anyone good. They're playing a bunch of scrubs. They're fool's gold, not real. Indianapolis Colts, in his eyes, are the real deal. Let's break this down, ladies and gentlemen. First and foremost, we jump into the Colts schedule. Now, I will concede their two best wins are against the Denver Broncos, who are sitting at 8-2, and then the Los Angeles, always want to say San Diego, beat them as well. And Los Angeles is 7-3. So two solid wins against AFC West teams. Great. Besides that, ladies and gentlemen, when we really dive into it, yep, they lost to a good Rams team, but we look at all their other wins, and let me say this out loud for everyone to hear. And I wish Cam Newton's not going to pay attention to a high school PE teacher in Michigan who loves the Patriots. But yeah, I don't know. Maybe if I wore one of those hats, he'd pay attention to me. Which I will. I'm not going to dog on his style. Live your life, do what you want. It is what it is. But anyways, Miami, which the Patriots also beat, 3-7. The Arizona Cardinals, 3-6. The Tennessee Titans, who the Patriots also beat, 1-8. The Falcons, who are 3-6, both we know the Patriots and the Colts won. Colts only won in overtime, where in all reality is John Parker Romo makes that PAT. They go into overtime as well, but regardless, still a win. Very comparable games as well. You even look at the Tennessee game, they both won that game as well. In that game, the Colts won 38-14, the Patriots won 31-13. So a lot of comparable things. And then they both lost to the Pittsburgh Steelers. The Patriots, we all know, if you watch that game from start to finish, should have absolutely won that game. Turnovers absolutely ate them. Destroyed them. It was embarrassing to watch, but they should have won that game, where the Colts lost it outright in Pittsburgh. Then we jump over real quick. So we look at that. We jump over to the Patriots schedule. Now, the big wins for the Patriots, Buccaneers, again, going to win the NFC South, and that was at Tampa Bay, as well playing the Buffalo Bills, reigning MVP, in Buffalo, prime time, winning that game. You cannot tell me that the Indianapolis Colts are definitively head and shoulders above the New England Patriots. You can't. There is no way. When you look at everything, you compare everything, there's no way. They both have solid wins. They've both done basically the same against comparable exact teams. And you're going to have the audacity to come out and say, no, the Patriots, they're fool's gold. If you say that, then you would have to say the same thing about the Indianapolis Colts. I do not understand the logic behind Cam Newton's argument. Especially the fact that, you would think, and maybe he's just trying not to be biased because, again, he played in New England. Maybe he's still a little bitter towards New England. I have no idea. But when it comes down to it, the audacity, the cojones to come out and say, and maybe that's sports media today. They just got to make some big claims so they can get a headline, so people click, so people watch, and all these different things. Again, I'm not you guys see my stuff on here. We're positive. It's not like I come out with these hot, outlandish takes. Like last year, I was never like, here are the 3 reasons Jacoby Brissett's going to win the MVP. No. And I never said, the New England Patriots are an absolute playoff lock last year. No. This year I came into the season, I said, I think they have a good chance. And clearly they do, sitting at 9-2 now. But I don't try to come out and make these outlandish claims. But this right here adds fuel to the fire. Again, the disrespect. For a fact, I'm sure there's a lot of these players that don't even pay attention to the media, but others hear the chirping, and they want to continue to prove people wrong. They want to continue the train of moving, and showing people the New England Patriots 2025 are here and they mean business. So again, I would say the schedule to the Indianapolis Colts. You can't tell me it's a huge drop-off. Ladies and gentlemen, we are still in the heart of football season, and that means a lot of different things. Hanging out with the guys, chilly, screaming, crying, laughing, who the heck knows. But when it comes down to it, we know one thing that makes it fun, improves a point, all those different things, is putting a little money on the game. And so you guys know I have teamed up with DraftKings, and it's a great opportunity. Let me throw this deal at you. DraftKings, new customers bet $5, get $300 in bonus bets if your bet wins. Again, bet $5, get $300 in bonus bets if your bet wins. All you have to do is sign up with using promo code STP. Again, I'm going to spell it out for you because it's super simple. STP. And if you do that, you win a $5 bet. That $300 is yours worth of bonus bets. So ladies and gentlemen, do not miss out. Gambling problem, look at the description below. They both have big wins. They've both played similar teams. And so when it comes down to it, I just don't think it's a valid argument by Cam Newton. So comment below. Tell me what you think. I would love to hear from you. But I think again, his argument does not have a foot to stand on. Did I say that right? I probably didn't. I probably butchered that. My dad would kill me. He said that all the time. Not saying I lied to him all the time. Did I? No, I didn't. I swear. Maybe sometimes. I was an idiot back in high school. But anyways, that being said as well, what we can jump into just to, add the little cherry on top for you guys. The New England Patriots during their 8-game win streak have beaten the number 1 pass defense, the number 2 pass defense, the number 3 pass defense, number 2 total offense, reigning MVP Allen in their stadium, the number 11 pass offense, and MVP candidate Baker Mayfield. Again, they are not playing the school of the blind every single week. Drake May is not playing against crap opponents. He is putting up big numbers, great numbers, MVP numbers against solid defenses. Defenses that defend well against the pass. And he has continued to show, even without one of his top receivers, Kayshon Boutte, bring that booty, hashtag, he can still do it. He has even shown that he can still do it without their number 1 running back, who is best at pass pro, picking up the blitz. He has continued to do it. So do not tell me that Drake May or this team is playing an easy schedule and that it's fool's gold. It's stupid. But you know what? Add fuel to the fire, baby. Add that fuel. Just dump it on there. Dump it on. Throw the whole thing on there. That's fine. Because the Patriots will continue to prove people wrong. And into the playoffs, This team has a lot left in the tank. I'm telling you. What do you think? Comment below. Sorry, I'm heated. Milton Williams, high ankle sprain. Reports saying it's possible that he is out for multiple weeks. I'm going to tell you this. Not ideal, but I will continue to revert back to my buddy Vivek, how he calls it the Appalachian State. If you don't know who Appalachian State is because you don't watch college football, they are a group of 5 team, group of 6 team technically, that for a Power 4 team should be an easy win. Not always an easy win, but should be an easy win. Cupcake game would be the correct term in college football. And so the Patriots, I'm not saying the Bengals and the Giants are going to be pushovers, but it's not like they're going up against the Bills or the Ravens who have a mountain to climb, but I think also want to prove everyone wrong and make a blitz at the playoffs, which they very well possibly could. And so if Milton Williams is out for the next couple weeks and he can rest, but the Patriots still, do business, take care of business, then it is what it is. You'd rather get him healthy. But what's crazy is he even said in the game, and we talked about this on the show yesterday, that he was fine. He felt 100%, or not 100%, but he was ready to go back into the game. That's what I want to say. He wanted to go back in the game. He was ready to go. I think he's going to be back sooner rather than later. Regardless, we talked about one of the positives in this last game against the Jets was the defensive line. You saw the Christian Barmore 3 plays in a row just dominating. And he's starting to come into his own this season. The Christian Barmore that we know as well, Elijah Ponder coming in there, and it's only a matter of time before Harold Landry and Casey Chason get back in the game. So again, and I like the other defensive tackles as well, including your boy Tonga, who he jumps in at fullback every once in a while. I'm not worried. I'm not stressing out, and as I say, I'm not hitting the panic button. I'm not. So comment below. Tell me what you think. Fool's gold. Fuel on the fire for the Patriots. Milton Williams, comment below. Would love to hear from you guys. Enjoy your weekend. Enjoy your Saturday. I'll see you tomorrow. Peace.